Hi guys, Zach here with another Command & Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a 3v3 match on the map Super Bridgehead. I'm playing in the top left position, playing as the Soviets. In this game I've got a player playing below me, Tonu, and he plays a lot of quick match. And he's playing as the Allies. So what I would expect him to do early in this match is to get light tanks out very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a bit more aggressive with my infantry in this game and just try and force him to produce more infantry, and that'll sort of help me against a light tank rush, and hopefully with more infantry attacking his base, he'll also might be delayed a little bit. So yeah, you can just see I've got some bombermen out because they're quite good if you can spread them out against groups of allied infantry. They have a little bit longer range as well, and you can see those getting attacked, but he seems to be bringing his infantry forward, so I'm just going to group my infantry together. And I'm going to use two groups here. I'm going to take some infantry down and attack from the right, and I'm going to attack with some infantry from the top. But you can see Tonu, he's got a lot of infantry there at the top of his base defending. And that's what I might have forced him to produce some more because he does have quite a lot there. And I'm sending my infantry in from the right as well. And we'll see if he responds to this. And it doesn't look like he's responding too much at the moment. And I'm just going to get that war factory out. And start building my second war factory. I'm going to build one ore refinery and then go for tanks. But you can see his left part of his base undefended, and we're going for that power plant at the moment, and it's going to go down. Now that is big, that is very big, and the reason that is because it's going to slow his building speed down if he hasn't got any other power plants. And he's bringing his light tanks in right now, so we can see he was going for light tanks. He might not be too bad on power actually, because I think that might be a power plant I'm seeing in the other part of his base, a large one at that. And that was a good crate there. We've got some extra ore, so that's going to really help us in this early fight. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm building a large power plant, and I'm going to be going for a Tesla coil just to defend against those light tanks, because Tesla coils are very, very effective against those. And we can see he's fighting with he's got a few light tanks out at the moment, and he does outnumber me for the time being. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to delay things, so if he does go on the attack, I've got a Tesla coil in my base, and if there's a Tesla coil in my base, those light tanks are going to be very, very weak. But I don't think I'm going to need it, so I'm going to go for his economy, and we're going to see if we can get this ore truck out. And it's losing HP, and he's taking it back. But that's all going to hinder him at the time being, because he's just not going to be getting as much ore, because it's very inefficient. Right, so we can see that his ore refinery is replaced quite far from the ore. So I don't know if he wasn't quite sure about this map at the start, but as we can see, we're managing to push down now. We've got a couple of Tesla coils in our base, and it looks like we're going to be fine for the time being. And I'm just redirecting that ore truck, and we can see yellow fighting. Now I should say, in this match, dead for a minute is another quick match player who's playing on the other team, and he's on the right side of the map. So hopefully our teammates will be able to survive. But we can see the green's coming on for the attack now, and he's got a mix of light tanks and medium tanks. Obviously we know those light tanks would be eaten by those Tesla coils if he went for an attack on my base at the moment. So we're taking the light tanks out first because they've got low HP, but the damage difference isn't much different from the medium tank. And yeah, we're going on the attack now, and we seem to be doing okay. The only problem is because we were quite aggressive at the start, we have got our economy, which is lacking a little bit at the moment. And what I'm going to do, just to give that economy a boost, obviously I'm trying to send my ore trucks for gems at the moment, but what I'm doing is I'm building ore refineries, and I'm going to build another ore truck, and that's just all I have to do at this situation at the moment. If he does go for an attack on my base, what I do know is I do have Tesla coils there, so it just gives me a bit of leeway. I'm just going to have to be careful with that, so I'm just taking that ore truck back just so it doesn't go just for my economy. And he's going into my base, and that Tesla coil is doing great work. And I think we've taken out 3 of those medium tanks, and the other 2 are on low HP. And that was quite successful there. And now we've got those extra couple of ore refineries out and another ore truck, so our economy should be good for the time being. And we can see my teammate there bringing an MCV, so he's obviously going for a multi-MCV strategy. Or either that or his base is absolutely destroyed. We'll see. But we're going to rebuild that Tesla coil, and we've got an extra power plant as well, so we're fine for power. And I'm just building some infantry at the moment, just for a little bit of help, because what I should have is I should have another war factory, because I am running a bit low at the moment. And we can see you're bringing those medium tanks into my base, and he's going to go, I think he was going for that Tesla coil initially, but we got that other Tesla coil down, and he's going for the power plant, and we've got plenty of power, so that's going to be fine. And that's worked really well for us, because by the time he started attacking anything else, he only had 3 tanks left. And now we're going to be able to go on the counter-offensive. So yeah, going south, we can see he's got a couple of war factories there. He's building some more tanks, but we've got the better tank numbers at this time. And you can see now I've got 3 Tesla coils, and he's going to try and defend the gap here. And now that's a bit of a mistake for him. He's sort of like bringing some of those tanks through the gap, and that means I can just pick them off as they come through, and that was a big mistake for him there. And we're using those infantry as well, which are doing quite good work on that gap, and it's forcing him to sort of like move around and pull back, and that's going to allow me to pull my tanks through. And he's only got a couple of tanks left, so this is looking good for us at the moment. And we're getting that extra ore refinery, but we probably didn't need that this time being. We probably should have built an extra war factory instead. Right, we can see those medium tanks. He's got medium tanks here, but we can see that Red, dead for a minute, is coming to the left side as well to help. So we're going to get rid of these war factories quickly. I've got a lot of tanks here, and now we're going to try and take out these green tanks and red tanks. Yeah, and we can see, obviously, medium tanks are probably the right call at this stage of the game. And, yeah, we can see those tanks are going to go down. I've got the better tank numbers at the moment, but Red, dead for a minute, is bringing in reinforcements, and he might get the upper hand at this point in time. So what I'm just doing is having a look around. I can see that Cyan's base is pretty much destroyed. He's got some, I don't think he has any power, so he's going to struggle a lot. And now we're going to go for that construction yard, and I think that construction yard's undefended, and I'm pretty sure it's going to go down with the number of heavy tanks I've got there. And now I'm just going to go for his tanks. We can see he's got a service depot, so he's going to be able to build extra MCVs. He may already have another MCV in construction yard, I don't know, but if he doesn't, that's going to obviously halt his progress quite a bit. And we've just taken out these medium tanks at the moment. He seems to be preoccupied because he's not moving his tanks around much at the moment, and now he's focusing back on. And you can see I don't have enough tanks to take out these mediums at the moment, so I'm going to need to pull back and regroup. But things are looking good at the moment, because I know if those medium tanks go for an attack on my base, if he goes for a counter attack, it's not going to be successful at the current time. And we can see that Yellow has built an extra base, and he's got a lot of tanks there, and he's attacking Green. And I don't think there's any way that Green's going to be able to defend against that. And now I'm getting my radar dome out, so I can see what's going on in different parts of the map. We can see Yellow's got another base just to the right of me. So let's have a look. And we can see that Yellow's spread out over the map at the moment, and yep, Green are out of the game. So now it's dead for a minute left, and there's going to be no way he's going to be able to defend against this. I think some of the key things in this game was being able to defeat Tonu quite early on, because I used my infantry, so that hindered his production of light tanks. And then after that, obviously I got the upper hand, and I was able to get those Tesla coils out. I think Green's mistake was, instead of, he shouldn't have attacked my base. What he should have done is he should have gone for the ore trucks on the ore patches where the Tesla coils weren't. I think because he dived into my base, he sort of like lost a lot of tanks that he didn't need to, and maybe if he hadn't done that, he would have been able to defend a little bit better. Dead for a minute would have had a bit more time and been able to defeat my allies completely at the right hand side, and also build up his tank tank numbers and expand up to the top of the map on that right hand side, because you can see his base hasn't expanded that far, and you can see at the moment it's pretty much all over. Yellow's got a massive number of tanks at the moment, they've got a great economy, and it's just a case of destroying Dead for Minute's base at the moment. I mean that you can see Dead for Minute, he doesn't have any ore left at this side, so he did really need to expand. Because yeah, quite often what you do is you can expand upwards, and as long as you defeat the opponent above you, then you can start using their ore patches as well, which you can see aren't well used at the moment. There's a lot of ore there available there, and this is the last of Dead for Minute's buildings. And as we can see, the map, the whole of the map, got obviously satellite. We know that Dead for Minute doesn't have any extra MCVs, and that is good game. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.